Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Arthritis at Home. I'm happy to be joined today by Cheryl Koehn, president and founder of Arthritis Consumer Experts. I'm Kelly Lendvoy, vice president, communications and public affairs. And we're going to talk to you today about the new JointHealth Insight. It's the summer 2024 issue, special issue, titled Arthritis A to Z, Your Questions Answered. Cheryl, welcome.
Thank you very much, and hi, everyone.
Cheryl, what's so special about this summer issue?
Well, it's special because it's the first time we've done an issue like this, Kelly, which is surprising, but also exciting. For the first time, we sat down and looked at the questions that we've been getting, looked at our social media, pulled questions from there, and dedicated an entire issue to answering those questions. We do that obviously one-on-one as emails and feedback comes in on a daily basis into Arthritis Consumer Experts feedback at jointhealth.org. But to compile them all, or a lot of the more commonly asked questions, is a first. And I think it'll be a really kind of a snappy read for people. And the questions sort of going to be sorted, as you know, into a two-part issue. This is part one, and the questions are going to focus on inflammatory arthritis. And part two, that'll come out next, is going to focus on questions related to osteoarthritis. So these are just really high level, I call them information snacks, that are aimed at answering the questions that come in from our members, our subscribers, our followers each and every day.
So if that romance novel or crime fiction isn't really working for you on the beach, this is a good thing maybe to pick up and read.
Exactly.
So what type of information are people going to find in this special issue and in this part one in particular about inflammatory arthritis?
Yeah, so as you can imagine, Kelly, we all know, I think most of us know, the term arthritis is umbrella and it covers more than 100 different types of disease. But some of the questions kind of neatly fit into a couple of different types of inflammatory arthritis for this part one JointHealth Insight. And those would be, of course, rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, psoriatic arthritis, lupus, diseases that are, they're not super common, but nor are they rare. So we're going to focus first and foremost on questions that cover those types of diseases and others as well. They're going to find questions and answers on things you would typically expect, but the answers are the important part, which is the latest information on those most commonly asked questions. So questions we've heard many times before, but the answers have been updated to state-of-the-art 2024 knowledge and patient education sort of information. So disease information, Kelly, treatment options, always a really popular question. What's available? How do they work? What's in them? You know, questions like that. Questions I myself, having lived with rheumatoid arthritis for the past 35 years, still ask to this day. Geez, I wonder what's new. I wonder what's coming up, you know, on the horizon in terms of future treatments. Also prevention, and people, I'm sure, will be intrigued by that word when it comes to the setting of inflammatory arthritis. But it's a good word, and there's a word that should probably precede it. While there's lots of research going on into actual prevention, in other words, how do we shut these diseases down? But questions that relate to secondary prevention. So if you've developed a type of inflammatory arthritis, there are things that are available today that actually serve as secondary prevention. things that prevent the disease from getting worse, and therefore preventing outcomes that are worse, if that makes sense. Also questions about patient support, patient resources available today, and things of that nature. But those are some of the more commonly asked questions. But of course, the issue, I think this might be one of our biggest issues to date, but we're dealing with digital ink, so we figured we could really go to town.
Yeah, and you said it. I think those categories of questions or topics. Those are the questions that we're always being asked. And I guess what we're excited about for our subscribers and members is that we'll be able to provide it effectively to them in terms of the most recent information. We can't
Yeah.
always have the most current information on our website. And this is sort of real time. Whatever the latest research, whatever the latest developments are occurring in terms of disease information about your particular form or type of inflammatory arthritis, medication treatment options, this is the latest and greatest. So we're really excited about that. Now, how in depth can people anticipate these answers are going to be? Do they go on for pages and pages, or just a couple of sentences? What can they expect?
Yeah, I think they're generally speaking about a couple of maybe a paragraph, maybe two long, Kelly. So as I said, I consider these the latest, greatest answers or information snacks to some of the most commonly asked questions historically, but also currently today. So they're not, you're not going to have to sit there and having had to take a nap before you start reading this. It really, they're short and sweet. They're intended to be packed with information in a short piece. So really sort of to the point, and specific to each question. The other thing that's important, so you kind of wonder then, well, does that mean you're leaving things out?
Mm.
Well, as you mentioned, in some ways, this will be the first revamp of information that might be found on our website. Like it will be more current than even what is on our website, which is considerably large. So for ACE, this is a good tool for our team then to go back and start updating certain sections of our website to bring them as current as they can be. But really, think of them as information snacks. We think this will be a relatively quick read, even though it's a number of pages long, this issue in digital form. I still think it's going to be a really sort of snappy read.
And for people who are really interested in the topic and maybe looking for additional information, is there anything that's provided in this issue that helps them get more information? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. As is true to form in our JointHealth Insights, Kelly, we do hyperlink to sections in the site so that if people, want a more in-depth read, they can just click on it and be sent to that area to learn more. So we hope it sort of suits the needs of different types of readers who want to just get a quick information hit and go away. Think about how it might impact on their lives. So in other words, contextualize the information to themselves, or for the reader who wants to really dig down and nerd out on a particular question or topic.
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheryl. I can't think of a better way to start August than finding this new issue in your mailbox if you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, please do join our subscription list, and this will be delivered to you. And we're also going to be looking forward to providing all of our new readers and our members and subscribers a part 2 on osteoarthritis, your questions answered from A to Z. That will be upcoming this fall. And I think just to underline what you've said earlier, we wouldn't be doing this if we weren't getting questions from our members, and we value that input and feedback so much. So thank you. Keep those questions coming in. Cheryl, you mentioned the address. It's feedback@jointhealth.org, where you can send your questions and we will do our best to provide answers. And hopefully some of those questions will be featured in our next issue of Your Questions Answered. Cheryl, thanks again for the time.
If you want to subscribe, sorry, Kel, I'll just tag on. If you want to subscribe, just go to our homepage at jointhealth.org and you'll see the subscribe button right in the top right-hand corner, big and visible. So we hope that you want to join our subscriber list. There's always good stuff coming out every week.
Fantastic. Thanks again, Cheryl.
Yep.
Thank you for watching another episode of Arthritis at Home. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.
Have a great summer, everyone.